Let we discuss about nuclei. A nuclei is a collections in the central gray matter of a cell bodies of neurons serving a similar function. They are both motor and sensory nuclei. Motor nuclei, cell bodies of lower motor neurons. Brainstem motor nuclei consist of cell bodies of motor neurons, the axons of which pass into the cranial nerve. Synapsing on these nuclei are the motor neurons from a higher brain center. Sensory nucleus, cell bodies of secondary sensory neurons. Brain stem sensory nuclei consist of cell bodies of secondary neurons. The central process of primary sensory neuron pass into the central nervous system to a synapse in these sensory nuclei within the cell bodies of secondary sensory neuron. The axons of secondary sensory neuron extend to the contralateral thalamus and other higher centers. Positions of nuclei within the brain stem. Positions of nuclei within the brainstem. In the developing neural tube, motor components are in a ventral position and sensory components in a dorsal portion. They are separated by the sulcus limitus on the wall of central canal within the both basals and alarmins. Vascular elements develop near the sulcus and somatic mantle toward the dorsal and ventral margins. Thus, from the ventral to the dorsal, the components are found in the following order: somatic motor, vascular sensory, and somatic sensory. In a brainstem, this is preserved in a modified fashion, learning developments as it is for dorsal septa of a brainstem were forcibly parted, each side being pushed laterally by enlarging a central canals, which become the fourth ventricle. The sequence somatic motors, vascular sensory, somatic sensory in a brainstem is therefore not much as ventral to a dorsal as medial to a lateral. The somatic nerves arises near to the medulla staff with the vascular components arise further laterally and the entirely sensory most lateral of all. Chapter number 2, Motor Fibers. Motor fibers are present in the cranial nerves sect 1 and 2 and 8. Classification of motor components in cranial nerves. In a spinal nerve, it is useful to distinguish between the somatic and vascular motor fiber. This is based on embryological origins of muscles innervation. Somatic motor fibers innervate muscles with the 12 form of somates, serrated muscles. Cell bodies are the ventral horn cells of spinal cord gray matter. These muscles are under voluntary control. Vascular motor fiber innervates muscles which develop in association with the gut tube. Its derivatives in a glands, hairs, follicles, and herds. Except for the cardiac muscle, it is smooth or non-saturated in a it is involuntary. Thus, in our trunks and limbs, voluntary may be loosely equated with the saturated and somatic, and involuntary with the smooth and vascular. Addition components in a cranial nerves for a branchial arteries in the head and the neck. There is an additional group of muscle which are saturated are under a voluntary control but are classed as a vascular because they develop in association with the cranial ends of guts and tube. They are derivatives of branchials or pharyngeal arches. Branchial arch muscles are concerned only with the spheric end of guts tubes and have no equivalents below the neck. They are innervative of bronchiomotor fibers found only in a cranial nerves which originate from a bronchiomotor nuclei in a brain stem. Types of motor nerve fibers. These are types of motor nerve fibers in a cranial nerves: voluntary somatic, voluntary visceral bronchi, involuntary visceral parasympathetic. Remember, in cranial nerve, vascular cannot be actuated exclusively with autonomic or involuntary.